Deadass wasn't prepared when the news came out. TF2 team officially announced that they won't update the game anymore. Deadass couldn't believe his beloved game was dead. All of his memories in this game. Comics, the characters, game is dead. He decided to give Team Fortress 2 a proper burial. If TF2 stops getting updates, I don't see why it would change anything. I understand that some people are always looking for new content, new changes, support, anything really, but I think we should take a step back and look at what most people want. New content? We already have so much content in this game. People that have put thousands of hours in this game still have a lot of things to do before getting bored of it. Some community members are even complaining when we get new weapons or hats, because there are already so many. The only thing that we can't really complain about is new maps. Even then, haven't you played at least 50 times on your favorite maps, and you still want to keep playing on it? We don't need new content to keep TF2 alive. New changes? The game will never be perfect, and every time the team does something, there's gonna be people pissed about it. I don't think there are major problems nowadays in TF2. I don't think there are overpowered classes. Maybe the casual balance of teams could be improved. Other than that, most weapons do what they're supposed to do. If changes were really needed, I think we'd know about it. I can play hours of TF2 and complain about one thing, okay? It's not gonna stop me from enjoying the game. We don't really need changes to keep the game going. Support from the team? Let's be real, the competitive side of TF2 will never get the support they deserve. It's been a decade and Valve hasn't really showed anything that can convince me that they will eventually support competitive TF2 as much as Dota or Counter-Strike. I would love to be proven wrong. Besides, the lack of support has no real impact on the game. It would, however, drastically make the game grow if they did support it. Team Fortress 2 without updates is still Team Fortress 2, and honestly I don't really care if we don't get a new update. As long as I can launch the game and play, I'm good. Of course, I would love the heavy update, the last comic, new maps and stuff, changes, but I don't want to count on it. At least I won't be disappointed. I keep playing the game, I don't care, and I've come to a conclusion. I'll never quit TF2. There's something odd to me in the concept of quitting a game. Is TF2 your addiction? Do you just play it on a regular basis? Or maybe when you have some time with your friends? Is it the game that you launch randomly when you feel like it? To me at least, when I talk about quitting something, it's not about a hobby. I've never quitted most of the hobbies that I've had in my life. For TF2, or any other video game really, I don't get the whole quitting therapy. Personally, I play TF2 when I feel like playing it. So I can have weeks or months sometimes when I rarely launch the game, and also weeks or months where I launch the game at least once a day. So, do some people feel obligated to play TF2? Is it really an addiction? If it is, I understand that you need to break out of the game, in a way quit, but even then, it feels extreme. I mean, if you don't want to play the game anymore at all because you're bored of it, no problem. Most of my friends that play or played TF2 aren't really addicted. I'd say most of them play at least once a week. We all have a different experience with TF2. I personally don't think I'll ever officially quit. Kind of reminds me of that meme, you know? Once you start clapping, you never stop, so there's just longer interval between claps. Funny, okay? Same thing for most hobbies, really. Nobody told you I had to quit it. You can just take some distance. You never know if you'll come back. Maybe one day I won't play TF2 for a decade, and I hope that when I come back, there'll still be pubs alive. I know a lot of blokes that quitted TF2 and came back. And I also know a lot of people that never quitted. They just stopped playing. They can come back for a 10-minute game of Payload tomorrow, and maybe it'll be the last time they ever play TF2. Enjoy the game while you can and while it's here, and don't always wait for new content updates. I don't think the team has given up on TF2, and I still think we'll see new content during 2019. But I'm getting a bit skeptical when I see people complaining about how long it's taking. Of course it's gonna take long. It's not new. Every update from now on will take a while. We sure love to complain.